like many people here in Colorado, we love snow wheeling. It is something completely different. So today we pack up, we grab some friends, and we head up to the mountains above Woodland Park, Colorado, to one of our favorite snow wheeling trails, Balanced Rock. Now, even when it's dry, it's a fun trail, but in the snow, it can be something entirely different. But today, we end up doing a bunch of recoveries, not just of ourselves, but of some other people on the trail. Let's get going. It's going to be a long day. We are working our way up Rampart Range Road. We're going to hit Balanced Rock today, maybe some other trails. It's just going to depend on how things go. It looks like there got snow here last night, so we are definitely into some snow wheeling today. We're aired down because the road was pretty rough back there. We got about a mile to go to get to the Balanced Rock trailhead.
Hey, did you bring your silicone spoon?
And we'll see how today goes.
Never leave home without that. That's never left the car.
But we've got a great adventure in store for us today, and the trail ends with a big surprise at the end. So stick around for that to see what's at the end of Balanced Rock Trail.
And I wonder why guys are asking for spoon. What do we have?
I don't know. Oh, the spoon is to get the snow out of the wheels.
I thought we were up for some treats.
We've got Dana and Philip up ahead of us, and they are breaking trail today. There was some snow last night, so there's no tracks ahead of us. And Jason and Sophie behind us, taking up the rear. So should be a fun day up here on Balanced Rock. It's not a overly difficult trail, but there's a few spots that are pretty off camber, and in the snow can get really tricky. So we're gonna be careful, make sure we don't do anything stupid, and we're gonna have a fun day. But when you're snow wheeling, anything can go wrong. Hey Jason, what tires are you running?
PFG.
So why'd we put the person with the shittiest snow tires in the front?
I don't know. These always do real well in the snow.
There is nothing quite like wheeling in the snow. It is a unique experience. Hey, Lucas, yeah, his first time wheeling in the snow too. it changes all the perspectives. Your landmarks are gone. In some cases, the trail is gone. It feels totally different because the snow has filled in a lot of the rough surfaces of the trail. It is a very different experience. And we absolutely love snow wheeling, but it's not for everybody. And not all tires are created equal. Some do better in snow than others, and that's for sure. We've had issues with people that we've been with sliding all over the place in the snow where we were able to drive right through it. So sometimes tires make a huge difference, but we're gonna enjoy this day up here in the mountains of Colorado, getting our snow wheeling in for the day.
Give him some room.
Now, Balanced Rock is usually a pretty easy trail. Trails Off-Road rates it a 3.3. Now, it's 7.5 miles in and 7.5 miles out, and they say it should take about 90 minutes each way. Well, today, because of the problems we're going to run into, the recoveries we're going to have to do, it's going to take us 6 hours to get through the trail. So, things are about to start getting ugly. One of the things you find when you're snow wheeling in the mountains, and you can see it in some of the footage here, depending on which side of the hill you're on, you could end up with completely dry patches, and you can end up with feet of snow. It really depends on what direction the hill is facing as whether it's getting some sun or not. And this can be deceiving when you're going snow wheeling. You think everything's good, we're in great shape, we're doing fantastic. You make a turn and you are in a deep, deep snowdrift. That's why snow wheeling is very, very unpredictable. And just like that, we come around a corner and we are in some really deep snow. Katarina's driving right now, and all of a sudden it throws us into the middle of the trail. Deep snow here, and we are stuck good. So now it's time to see what we can do to get out of this. So what we're going to do here is take some winch line, pull it up to a tree, try and get her back into the middle of the trail, and hopefully get some traction. So while I'm pulling some line, Jason's bringing me up the tree saver. You always want to use a tree saver because it's a lot thicker to go around the trunk of the tree so you don't do any damage while you're winching. So we'll get things hooked up and see if we can pull out of this. Well, now that we got the winch hooked up, we're going to start doing some pulls. I'm kind of out of the way. Jason's behind the vehicle there, and we'll start pulling Katarina back onto the trail. Hopefully that's all it's going to take for her to get some traction. But it doesn't look like it. She's just spinning tires again. So we'll just reset and keep trying. Now, unfortunately, there's no tree behind me to winch off of. So we have to winch at this weird angle. And as you can see, it's making the back end of the Jeep go off the trail a little bit. But we think we have her on enough that she can get some traction and keep going. So hopefully things are, nope, she's stuck again. All right, time for plan B. Now, since Phil and Dana were ahead of us, they turned around so they could come back to us. We'll pull out a kinetic rope, we'll do a pull, and we'll see if that's going to be enough to get us some traction and get us going again. Now, something I want to point out about a kinetic recovery is it's not about the pulling vehicle getting as much speed as possible. It's about doing a nice, slow, controlled pull to make sure that the rope builds up the energy and gets the other vehicle unstuck nice and smoothly. It's not about speed, it's about precision. And with that bit of effort, we are back on the trail and heading up higher into the mountains. there definitely can be a little bit more adventure in our future today. But hopefully it's all going to be worth it when we get to the end.
A little slow through that next section. There's a couple of turns that are a little on the icy side.
It is a wonderful 25 degrees up here in the mountains of Colorado. Outside of Woodland Park is where we're at. We are currently at 8,937 feet above sea level. So no wonder there's some snow. We're almost at 9,000 feet and we still got a ways to go. One of the things I like about this trail are these huge rocks that, are along the side. So I wish I knew more about some geology to understand how you have this gigantic rock just plop down out here somewhere.
Right.
But it does make for some interesting things to see along the way here.
Okay, you're good. But watch out on the right there. Not slippery, but you don't want to get too close.
Now, anytime that you're on a trail, I feel communication is important. But when you're snow wheeling and things can go bad really quickly, it is even more crucial that you stay in good communication. And Dana, being up there in the front, was doing an excellent job of pointing out obstacles, pointing out washouts, icy spots, and everything else. And a good rule of thumb when you're on the trails is the person in front of you, if they're going up a hill, you stop and you wait for them to tell you that it's clear to go. And same thing going down a hill. You wait for the person in front of you to get to a spot where it's safe and they tell you, okay, you're good to go. This makes sure we don't have accidents on the trail. This turn looks like it's going to be a little tricky. Not only is it a very sharp turn, it also heads downhill. So we're probably going to have to make a 3-point turn here and see if we can get traction to go down the hill without slipping and sliding. Okay, we're going to try the Taser's turn assist here and see how that does for us.
Oh, it doesn't do any good. You have to back up. You don't have room.
Didn't help much.
You're in a deep snow coat.
As I mentioned earlier, one of the things about snow wheeling is it changes the trail. A section like this, where it's got these deep whoops and ruts, gets filled with snow and you just drive right through it like nothing. Where when it's dry, you get kind of wacky off camber. So driving in the snow is definitely a different type of experience. As we head down the hill towards the end of the trail, there's sections that have some deep snow, there's some icy patches, and things are getting a bit slick. Now, I'm not concerned about making it to the end of the trail since it's mostly downhill at this point, but we're very concerned about what the conditions are going to be like as we turn around and head back to the beginning. We made a short stop there at Palmer Lake number 2 for lunch, but we need to turn around and head back quickly. It's going to get worse on this trail as the day goes on, and it's going to take us a long time to get out of here if things start going bad. Just as we feared, we're stuck. But this is not going to be the last time today. Things start going bad very, very quickly. I just keep digging in. I need to come back more.
Yep. Jerry, did you say we need to come back?
Just.
I think I'm stuck.
Okay, I'll head back.
Now in this situation, we're kind of sitting in a hole and we just need to be bumped out of it. So we're going to use a kinetic rope to get a little yank, pull us out, and get us back on the trail. And right behind me, Jason gets stuck in the exact same place. So we're just going to reverse the procedure and I'm going to pull him out this time. Well, the trail out has not been without any problems so far. As you've seen, we've done a number of self-recoveries already, but now we're up on kind of this top area, and this is my favorite section of the trail with these huge boulders. It's just so cool to see. But we still have a ways to go, and we're not done yet. And just like that, we're stuck again. This time, we're gonna winch up to a tree, get ourselves a nice long pull, and get out of this steep stuff. We met up with a great group of guys here that were heading down the trail. Fortunately, there's a big enough area for everyone to pull off, share some stories about the trail conditions, and they told us that up ahead is a group of kids in a couple of vehicles that were really struggling on the trail. So we'll have to see if they've made it out, and if not, maybe give them a hand as well. And just a few moments down the trail, we run into the three guys, and you can see they were stuck in this hole that is deeper than Lucas is tall. Now, we're gonna buddy up with them, so each one of us takes one of them and make sure that they get off the trail. One of them is in a Toyota Tacoma, we've got a Jeep Wrangler, and we've got a Ford Bronco. So a mix of vehicles that we're gonna help get off the trail today. We're all buddied up and the convoy is rolling. Phil's helping the Tacoma out, I'm helping the Jeep out, and Jason is going to help get the Bronco out.
Okay. Okay, and the Bronco, come on.
Jason, hold up.
Move if we need all.
Dylan, we're just going to keep you tied to us, all right? You just drive while you can and... You gotta keep the rope tight.
I will keep. Don't stop. Keep going. That was a mistake. Bronco stop.
Stay on it. Rotate the wheels back and forth. You're going. Just keep going. Rotate. Keep going left and right. There you go. Get a little over. Keep rotating those wheels side to side. All right, try going back. Oh, you got it. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
He's really close to the edge.
Is he? All right, hold up.
If he backs up, he might be okay.
Back up and to get closer to the other side of the mountain there.
All these recoveries have certainly made for a very slow go getting off the trail. We've kind of lost track at this point how many we've done already, but we're not done yet. Hopefully we won't have too many more to get off the trail.
Nice job. Deep spot right here, Dylan. Just stay on the gas.
Okay, we're going to go to a downhill spot now, Bronco.
Okay, we got to punch it through this.
A little bit of gas coming up here.
Let's get back on the gas for this whole uphill, Bronco. Especially right here.
This looks pretty packed.
Okay, when you get to the top, slow up a little.
You have to really punch it.
Well, we made it off the trail, and your names?
Alex, Dylan.
Yep. And Dylan, you're in the truck?
Yep.
And you're in the wheelies here?
Yes, sir.
So, what made you think you could possibly do this today?
I didn't have my two-wheel drive Jeep this time.
That is fair. That is fair.
I thought my Tacoma could do it this time.
Tacoma get you home, right?
Yep.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
It didn't. Fortunately, we came along, right?
Yep.
So, what was the experience like today being out there and running into problems?
I don't like snow.
You don't?
Never have.
It was definitely a lot. We ran into a couple of problems. We each got stuck probably within the first 20-ish, 30 minutes
Oh, yeah.
of the trail.
Yep.
But yeah, no, when you guys came in, not a problem, not an issue.
So, lessons today. What did you learn?
I need a bigger lift and bigger tires.
Okay. What about recovery techniques? What about snow wheeling techniques? Did you get some good tips there?
Yeah. Air down.
Air down.
Air down, important.
Very.
You were running highway speeds in the snow.
Yep.
Not good.
No.
So we air down, good. What about the way we drive through the snow, like going up the hills and stuff? Did that?
You just gotta send it. Just gotta send it.
Sometimes you gotta send it, right?
Yeah, momentum.
So each one of the three, the other guy is still airing up over there. We're buddied up with one of us. We got him through it okay. Had to do a little pull. You made it.
Yeah.
We didn't have to pull you out at all, which was
Yeah.
awesome because they flattened it all down.
They did.
Yep. I was the snow plow. Yep.
So that's good. What about some of the tools that we used? You only had a toe strap.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a toe strap is not what you use for pulling somebody
Yep.
in a recovery. It doesn't stretch. It doesn't do that. So it becomes more stress on all the components, harder on the individuals. I mean, it's snapping around.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you think of when you were pulled with the kinetic rope?
I definitely need to get one. I've been looking into them, and yeah, I think I'm gonna spend the money and go get one.
And now that you've experienced it, it's a totally different feel, isn't it?
100%.
Just nice, smooth pull
Yep.
right out.
Oh, yeah.
Huge difference, right?
For sure.
Okay. What about you? Any other experiences that you learned today?
Just gotta bring the right tools next time. Be a bit more prepared
Yep.
coming into it.
Yeah. Winches.
Winches,
Not a bad
yes.
idea, right?
Yep.
They only had one, but
Glad we had mine.
one is better than none.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So that's good. And the last thing, you weren't part of the conversation, but you were part of the conversation. We were talking about communications.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
If something would have gone wrong and other people hadn't shown up, what do? Right? Besides start walking. That's not a good plan.
Yeah.
Right? So what we talked about was the Zoleo communicator. Now you have ham.
Yeah.
Do you know how to use it?
I don't.
Okay, problem. All right.
Yeah, I
So
need to learn how to use it.
if you don't know how to get a hold of people, a radio doesn't do you any good.
Yep.
But the Zoleo, which is what we carry, that's a satellite communicator. We're able to
Okay.
text people, give them coordinates where we're at,
Yeah.
call first responders if need be. I mean, it's a great device. We talked about it. It's like $200. Service plan's like $20 a month, something.
Yeah.
Y'all split it if you're going in together all the time.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. You only need one, but it's a great unit for making sure that you have that peace of mind.
Yep.
Other people have the peace of mind. And if there's other people that that didn't come, you can set them up on the list. So if you have a problem, you just hit a button and it says, "Hey, we're in trouble."
Yep.
So come on over. Now it's your turn. We've made fun of them enough. Okay. Your guys' names?
I'm German. I'm Alex.
Yep. And how'd it go for you today?
It's an experience for sure. It was tough.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was the worst thing that happened today?
Just getting stuck.
Getting
honestly.
stuck.
Well, that's obvious,
yeah.
but that's easy, right?
Yeah.
Everyone got stuck. I got stuck today, but getting the recoveries, right?
The recoveries,
was
like-
that fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
You learned some stuff?
Oh yeah. I learned you had to keep like pushing on the pedal going uphill. I
Yeah.
would just either floor it or just not put enough power, and that didn't go good.
Yeah, and surprisingly, he made it out because he was in a Bronco. So, no, I kid. I mean, it's a great vehicle, and you did really good. You listened
No, thank you.
to Jason. You followed his directions. You got out pretty good. Was that helpful?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Would you have?
Instructions.
How much more trouble would you have been in if you didn't have a driving buddy?
Oh, we'd be here till night. We'd
Yeah.
be here till night.
Was that? Did you guys appreciate that? Everyone having their own driving buddy.
Oh, yeah,
That
that's
worked
great.
out well. What was your biggest lesson today?
Listen, like just like what they were saying, Jason, he said keep it on the, don't go in the middle of the track. I think is what he was saying, because I do that a few times and I get caught, have to reverse, then go back forward again.
Great.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, I was just the passenger. I was just
Okay. Were you making fun of him the whole time?
a little bit.
Good. Awesome. Awesome. Guys, thanks so much for participating and letting us talk to you afterwards. We had a great time. I mean, we love helping people, teaching people, making sure people are safe out there and that they know what they're doing. Hopefully, this was a good experience for you and that everyone's getting home safe. There's no vehicle damage. That's always a plus. But the fact that no one's injured, everyone's going home safe, that's a win in our book. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Glad you had a good time.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks much. From all of us here at Trail Traveler, Dana and Philip and Jason and Sophie and me and Katarina, stay safe out there. We'll see you on the trails. And hopefully we won't be pulling your ass out.